Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe back, and I'm going to do my July book haul part 1. Now, I'm putting this up really early because I bought way too many books in the first week of July. That was not intentional. It's just, I'm in a really weird mood, and I don't know what is making me go out and buy books. Luckily, most of the books that I have here are used. Yeah, almost all of them are actually. I have, I think, 18 books here. 3 of them were new and the rest are all used. So I think I did okay that way. But still, I don't know what it was. I went on Monday, on the 2nd, I went to Powell's. I had a $25 gift card still from Christmas that I'd been hoarding, and I'm like, I'm gonna spend this. Why that got in my head, I don't know. So I went and I think I bought 5 books. And then what day was that? Oh, and then Wednesday on the 4th of July, I went to Powell's and downtown, so I went to a different location and I bought 3 books. And then I got a couple books from Amazon mixed in, of ones that I had one I had pre-ordered and the other 2 I bought during the week. Anyway, so those showed up. And then I bought, how many would that be left? Hold on. And then I bought 7 yesterday, going to 2 Goodwills, which was a bad idea for me, but I still did it. Anyway, so we're gonna go through these. I'm kind of split them up with where I've got them. And is that I bought them all this week, and I have more books that I've ordered online that are coming. I shouldn't be going to Powell's again for a while, but who knows? I might visit my parents next weekend, so I might go to a bookstore down there. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I'm in a book buying mood. But luckily these ones, most of these did not cost me too much. But still, I have more books coming. Because I bought several things off of Marketplace and or Amazon Marketplace, and a couple things off Book Depository. So I'm going to do this now because I figure I'm going to buy more by the end of the month since we're only a week in. I can't imagine that I won't buy more books beyond what I've already done. Even though I'm going to try to curb myself, that doesn't mean it'll happen. So anyway, so that's a long intro. Sorry about that. So the first book I got was Other Minds, The Octopus, the Sea, and the Deep Origins of Consciousness by Peter Godfrey Smith. I recently just bought Cy Montgomery's book, The Soul of the Octopus, and both of these books I think were talked about on abookolive. Anyway, it was on my wish list for a while and it dropped in price one day, and so I just picked it up. And again, it's a nonfiction about octopus in the sea, I don't know, and some consciousness things. I'm gonna get to these books, nonfiction, I need to do that. And then I got the 3rd book in the Isaiah Jones series by Simon R. Green. This is Very Important Corpses. I wait till these come out in paperback because they're freaking expensive. When they're hardbacks, they're like almost 30 bucks. And then when they're paperbacks, they're still a little expensive, but I figure I wait till paperback because I'm going to reread this. So again, my Simon R. Green. Again, one of my favorite urban fantasies. This has to do, I think, with the it's the 3rd in the series, so I can't give too much away, but there's usually a supernatural element, let's just put it that way. And they're just funny. I mean, Ishmael and Penny are just a riot. They just laugh, they laugh about their own jokes. They're funny, and they're just cute together. And of course, everything is always going wrong. Anyway, every time they go somewhere. It's always like country manor houses kind of thing. That's kind of the theme of that story, is it's supernatural at country English manners, kind of much, mostly. And then I picked up Mariana by Susanna Kearsley. I bought a couple of these now and they're coming. So again, I just read 2 of her, reread one book and read another book of hers, and I just have to collect her books because they are just wonderful historical fictions, usually with a dual timeline, which is like one of my favorite historical fiction tropes. I guess I really love the present day, learning about what really happened in the past, but then we get to see what really happened in the past and see how the present doesn't always know what's going on and how they discover what happened. And so this one I don't know a whole lot about. I keep thinking that I don't know if she is connected with somebody from 3 centuries ago at a farmhouse, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, Rustic New Home. Anyway, I don't know. This is it. I don't really care. I just want to go into them because I've so far I love the first two I've read, and I guess this is I think this is one of her first ones. So I want to just go back and go through those. Okay, so that's the first stack. The second stack again is my pals one. So let's hold on. Okay, so speaking of Susanna Kearsley, here I got The Rose Garden as well. And again, this is another one I'm pretty sure there's a dual timeline. But it doesn't matter. I just picked them up because, again, it's she's one of my new favorites. And I definitely want to read more of her stuff. I am going to do, even though right now I'm dealing with a lot of tome topple stuff, I want to do Jane Austen July, a couple of the things. And one of the things is I realized I didn't have all of the, oh God, how do you say that word? Juvenalia? I can't remember how you say that word. Sorry, guys. I've only heard it and seen it. Anyway, a couple times. So, on Jane Austen, I have the one with Lady Catherine, and a couple other writings in it on one I've had since college, a book. But I didn't have Lady Susan, the Watsons, and, Sedition. So I thought I'd just get it. I don't know if I'll get to read this month or not, but at least now I have it. And I mean, again, I said Jane Austen is one of the classics that I really like, and, I just felt like I had to have that one. And then, as I said, I was kind of in a historical fiction mood. And I did go look for a different book by her, but they didn't have that one. So I went through the other books that were on the shelf, and I found these ones instead. So that's Anne Seton, I think. Anyway, so she writes, what do you call it? Historical fictions. And this one is The Turquoise, which I think this is the one where the girl is called Santa Fe. And she moves to New York in the 1870s, and she is introduced to the glitzy world of New York and stuff. And it just sounded interesting. She has some kind of psychic powers, which is why I picked it up. I don't know enough about it. And then the other one I picked up was Devil Water, which I don't remember why. Oh, because this one takes place during the Jacobite Rebellion. And because I just read those two books by Susanna Kearsley that talk about it, I just picked this one up. So I don't know anything more about this. But it looks like I don't know. Something about the Jacobites, and then they go to the New World, to America at some point. So I don't know. Sounded good. Eat both of those. Again, I've never read her. I've just heard good things about her. I wanted to read Catherine, because I hear that one's really good, but they didn't have a copy of that. And then I also picked up True Grit by Charles Portis. Again, I've seen them. I don't know if I actually saw the remake, but I saw the original movie years ago. And I knew that it was a book. I just had never picked it up. And because I really enjoyed my dad's book, Older Gulch, I thought I would pick up another Western and just see how another person's writing is. And I hear that this is really good. Again, I think Steve Donahue was recently raving about it, and I put it on my wish list right away thinking, oh yeah, that is one that one I think would be a good book. So anyway, and all I know is about it, I think it's the young girl hires some people to avenge her father or find out who killed him or something. I can't remember how it goes. It's been a while since I watched the movie, years since I watched the original, and instead I didn't watch the remake, but I want to read that. And then on my other trip to Pals, I picked up House of Shadows by Nicola Cornick. I just saw recently a different book of hers on Mel's Bookland Adventure. I think it was The Phantom Tree. And so I looked at that and I really wanted that, but it doesn't come out in paperback here in the US until I think this fall. So I thought, well, what else is there? So I read the synopsis for House of Shadows and I thought it sounded really good. And of course now I can't remember. It's again, I think it's a timeline. It has the dual timeline thing that I love. And it's historical fiction. As I said, I'm so in a mood for that right now. So, I don't know. I don't actually know. I just picked it up because it sounded good, and I'll check it out. I also picked up a couple classics. So, modern. Anyway, this is Maurice by E.M. Forster. So I've read several of his books back in the day. I don't actually remember this one until somebody was talking about this. Katie at Books and Things just read it, and she was raving about it. So, I mean, I'm guessing this wasn't, so it's, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about it, except it takes place during the Edwardian period, and I believe it's like, you know, a gay book or something, you know, like has LGBTQ plus, IA plus, sorry, I get the numbers all, the things all messed up. Anyway, I hear it's really good, and I did like his writing when I read A Room with a View and Howard's End, and Where Angels Fear to Tread, although I didn't like that one as much, but I still read it. Anyway, so I've read several of his books, and I didn't know about this one until she mentioned it. And then I go, well, maybe I have heard about it, but I hadn't heard what it was about. And I still don't know for sure, but I'm going to probably check that out at some point, because I liked the other books that he'd written. And then I also got El Lavina, I don't know how you guys say that, by Frances Burney. This is a contemporary of Jane Austen's, and again, a lot of people are reading this for Jane Austen July, and it sounded interesting. I know it's a woman entering, you know, it's kind of the coming of age, the female innocence, blah, 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 and I keep thinking, I don't know. I don't know exactly what happens with this. I just know it's that time period and her being introduced into society and things happen, and I don't know anything else beyond that. And I just think it's supposed to be, I'm pretty sure it's a contemporary of Jane Austen. It's close to there, something like that. And then, sorry, the last group of books, which I'll go through quickly, is ones I got at Goodwill. So I picked up It Can't Happen Here by St. Clair Lewis, because I had never actually read this book. And again, it's a, you know, political satire about politics and stuff. I don't know. People were talking about it a little while ago, and I just thought, well, it's a good copy. I'll get it. And then this one I just saw on somebody's channel the other day, and so I picked it up because I saw it. And it's the Pillow Book of Shonogan. I don't know. Anyways, it's cool. A Penguin classic. And I know it has to do with Japan. And it's this woman who, I think she taught herself to write or something. And she writes about all this stuff that, you know, talking about her days and stuff about dressing and the servants and behaviors of lovers. I don't know. It just, whoever was talking about it made me think, oh, I need that. I like Japanese stuff. Anyway, and it's a classic, which is cool. I can't remember when it was, but I'll learn that later. I also got Jude the Obscure by Thomas Hardy. I don't know why I picked this up. I've heard people talk about it. And again, Hardy, I'm going to try probably in Victober for the first time, but I don't know. This was a really cheap copy. I just picked it up. I don't know anything about the story. I also picked up Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. And I think I heard this on Katie at Books and Things as well. And I can't remember for sure if it was it's like 2 stories, Kitchen and Moonlight Shadow. I don't remember. I'm just thinking it's just a contemporary, like 2 short stories. I don't know. Or novellas. I don't know. Actually, I don't have a clue. I just picked it up because it was on my wish list and I don't remember now why. I also picked up Room by Emma Donahue. I've never read anything by her, and everybody always talks about this one, and I just thought I'd give it a shot. I've never seen the movie or anything, but I have watched enough true crime and stuff to know and, you know, to be intrigued by that. I also picked up Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott. I don't know. I was thinking about this the other day when someone mentioned, I think it was a Walter Scott Prize or something, and my brain was like, have I ever read anything by him? And I think I've only read a section of this for school. So I was going to pick up this one or Waverly. I don't know. So if anybody's read Walter Scott, let me know what I should pick up. I don't know. I kind of want to read that. And then just on a whim, I picked up Shantraman. I don't know how you say that. Anyway, by Gregory David Roberts. I love how floppy this one is. I just know that this was like, this guy took forever for him to write the novel because he was in prison for a lot of weird things he did. So I don't know if it's like autobiographical, you know, like, or, you know, it's based off his life or something else. I'm not quite sure. It's huge though. It's like over 900 pages. I don't know what I was thinking when I picked that up, but oh well. So if you guys have read any of these books, let me know. What do you think I should focus on more? I need to calm down the book buying, but we'll see what happens. It's still early in July. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.